don't remember stuff like other people do. So I'm always amazed when a person has such a strong memory. The other day, my daughter asked me how long she was when she was born, and I had to tell her that I don't remember. Luckily, a family friend had made us a blanket that had her measurements inscribed on it, so we were able to find out. There was a woman in one of my former churches that I served named May. And May had lived in the same town, gone to the same church her whole life. I loved listening to May detail stories about the way that things used to be. She could remember everyone's names and who was who and who was related to who. And I complimented her one time on being able to remember so much from so long ago. "Oh, fiddlesticks," she said. "I remember what I can, and then I just sort of make up the rest." It's sort of like the saying from preaching professor Fred Craddock, "A story doesn't have to be true to be powerful." Memories are important, and it seems that Jesus thought that we might have a hard time remembering his message. Before the Holy Spirit arrived on that day of Pentecost, Jesus told the disciples that a Spirit from God would come. In John 14, Jesus says, "The companion whom the Father will send in my name will teach you everything and remind you of everything I have told you." And then in 1 Corinthians, Paul recounts what Jesus had been saying the night that he was arrested and served communion that first time, saying in Jesus' words, "This is my body, which is for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And then, of course, after the supper, he takes the cup and he says, "This is the new covenant. Drink it as often as you do in remembrance of me." What will be your fondest memories of the pandemic? What will be the most troubling? Memories take us back to another time, another place, a different part of our lives. They can connect us to loved ones that we've lost. They can help us feel what it's like to be younger again. But memories are not all good. Memories can also haunt us. They can take us to places that we don't want to go back to. In fact, we desperately want to forget. And then, what about when those that are sharing those memories aren't around to remember with us any longer? No more, "Remember that one time?" And then, worse yet, many of us fear when we ourselves won't be able to remember the past, or perhaps even the faces of the loved ones looking back at us. It's a new month, which means that it's time for a new mental health matters topic. June's focus will be all about the link between our memories and our mental health. For example, did you know that memories are critical to our sense of self and the way that we make decisions? We spend much time walking around ruminating about the past and then also thinking about the future, things that will become our memories. Some had suggested that this constant living in the future or the past causes us distress. But it has also been found that reminiscing about happy events may increase positive feelings and dampen the release of stress hormones after a stressful event. Or did you know that forgetfulness is associated with depression, and that connections in memory, such as those involving fearful situations, are a part of anxiety and substance use disorders? And then, of course, post-traumatic stress symptoms are deeply intertwined with our memories of traumatic experiences. How we set ourselves up to remember this time will likely shape how the story gets told years from now, and that story will shape our personal impressions of this time looking back, as well as what others that did not experience in person will know about it. The memories that we curate will be the stress that we hold on to or release, as well as the joy that we maintain or leave in the past. Jesus tells us that the Holy Spirit is with us to help us remember. We'd probably rather forget, but the Spirit helps us remember Jesus' words of challenge. And when we feel far from God, the Spirit helps us remember a love like none other. What will we remember about the pandemic of 2020 and 2021? What will we forget? Because we know that our current and future mental health matters, we should ask ourselves how the shaping of those memories will impact our perspective now and in years to come.